I am Anjan and welcome to the 11th video tutorial of the Variola course series. In this video, you will be getting to know how the 4:1 multiplexer works and how to design a Verilog code for it. For a better understanding, I split the video into three parts, that is pre-coding part, coding part and the post-coding part. Now let's move to the pre-coding part. Here in the pre-coding part, you will be seeing how the 4:1 multiplexer works. Let's say the functionality of 4:1 multiplexer. It will be take 4 inputs and giving a single output using two selection line inputs, that is C1 C0, and depending on the C1 C0 combinedly you will be deciding whether to drive which input to the output. Like say if C1 C0 is 0 0, here in my case I will be driving X0 as in my output. As C1 C0 as 0 1, I will be driving X1 as my output, and 1 0 means it is 2 and 1 1 means it is 3. And now this is the functionality of the 4:1 multiplexer. Now let's move to the coding part. In the coding part, I declared underscore 4:1 multiplexer as my module name because I here you can get a doubt that why I introduced underscore before the module name, because it is a 4 is a numeric value which should not be the starting first digit or first value of the any module name, so that I introduce underscore so that it won't be any problem for simulation. And here is my port list. S0 S1 are 1-bit numbers and 1-bit binary numbers, and I0 I1 I2 I3 are 1-bit binary numbers, and y is my output. These all are my inputs, and y is a single output. And here I declared output as register because it is being used in the always block, that is procedural block. In the procedural block, if you are introducing any output, it should be in the form of register. Do remember it. Now I here introduce the case statement, and in the case statement I introduced a concatenation operator because it is introduced because to get the combined value of the selection line. Like say here you are getting 0 0, not 0 0, you are getting 0 0 as a selection line. You will be getting to know how it works in the schematic part of the video. In the 0 0, for the 0 0 condition of the selection line, you will be getting I0 as an output, and 0 1 you will be getting I1 as an output, and 1 0 you will be getting I2 as an output, and for 1 1 you will be getting I3 as an output. And here I ended the case, and here I ended the end module. And now let's move on to the post coding part. Here is my Zenix Vivado tool, in which you will be seeing the simulation, and here I pre-simulated it, but I didn't give any of the values. Now I will be giving the values. Now let's check how I taken the condition. S1 S0 means S1 S0 is the my 2-bit number, so I will be giving 0 1 0 1 as my input, selection input, so that I will be getting I1 as my output. I will be giving 1. Let's run for 10 nanoseconds. Here I go. All the other inputs are Z impedance, and Y is the only input, that is I1, so I got 1. Let's check for another value like S1 also 1. One means I3. I will be giving I3, let's say 0, so that I will be getting Y as 0. I got it. Y as 0. And now see the schematic part carefully. so that you will understand how the two different binary 1-bit inputs are given to the single taken as input for the single input. Here I taken the selection line, and here is my inputs, and here is my output ports. Totally one cell, that is this multiplexer. And here are the 7 nets, that is 7 wires, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 wires. Okay, for a to get to do more practice on Verilog, you can check out the description box for more extra questions on Verilog. And if you like the video, do like the video, and share it to your friends to get more awareness on Verilog, and do subscribe to the StartScribe YouTube channel.